Hello everybody, back here again for a vlog a day, and today is Monday the 27th, and today was a gorgeous, beautiful day to be alive. So, woke up this morning stupid early with the puppy, let their dogs out before the puppy shows up, and it's the first day this year, I'd say since like, I don't know, February, March, whatever it was, that I stepped out the back door and I went, ooh, it's kind of nice out here. Like, it felt almost that verge of chilly. And I was like, wow, that's weird because the humidity and whatnot. So I asked Siri, I said, what's the temperature? And it's Florida freezing, which is 66 degrees. So I kind of chuckled to myself about how 66 degrees is, still not cold, but it had that weird little bite because I was not expecting to have that temperature where it was cooler outside than it was inside. And I don't recall last time, like I said, it's probably February, March that's happened. So I've had times where I've had the windows open and it's been the same temperature inside and outside since then, but that's the first time I remember stepping out this year, since spring, I guess we'll put it that way. So excited about that. So I was like, hey, cool, no big deal. Went ahead, got the puppy here, all that whatnot, came outside, hopped in the hot tub. Finally able to get in the hot tub. I can't stay in here very long because I still have the wound on my ankle and that, and I don't want it getting soaked through and taking a chance of infection and whatnot. So I am able to get in the hot tub some, which kind of, it's not as long as I can usually stay, but I can get in here, which is better than nothing at all. So got that done, got out, got a couple things taken care of. My bride got up and she was getting ready for work. We chatted a little bit and stuff. I asked her, I said, hey, I think you need from the store. I need to go get some milk and just some other general stuff that we've had. And she's like, hey, you gotta buy some bread. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm throwing away a half a loaf that she didn't get eaten and a full loaf that she never even opened that I'm throwing away because she said it's old. There's no mold, there's no nothing, it's not that old. But she's got this weird nose about bread that she like freaks the hell out if it's not like within a few days old kind of thing. And I'm like, can we freeze it? Can we buy a half loaf? Can we do something else? Like, can we at least buy cheaper bread? Like, we're buying this super expensive, bread that's like $5 a loaf or some crap, and then you don't even open it. And I was like, which I'm not that frugal. I just hate waste. I'm like, somebody else could have ate this bread. We could have gave this. Somebody else would have loved to have had this bread. So it is what it is. But yeah, I don't know. We're gonna try and see about maybe, I don't know, next time I get a loaf of bread, I might try and freeze half of it and go from there. But I did not do it today. So I did go ahead though, and head over. They opened up at like 7, so I went over there and stuff. Before she headed off to work, I headed off to the store. The way the dogs weren't here alone quite as long, which they can hang out for that time. I'm at the grocery store and stuff. So ran through the store, got my grocery shopping done and whatnot. Ended up buying a couple of things. Bought some mustard greens and bought some green onions and bought some weird stuff I normally wouldn't buy. But I'm like, hey, let's go ahead and get some of this stuff and see if we can't find something a little bit different. We're kind of falling a little bit of a rut of what I've been cooking lately, so we'll go from there. So I went ahead. I was gonna grab some soups for myself because there's only one soup I really enjoy, and it was like $2.79 a can. I was like, nope, too cheap. I've seen it literally, this year at like $1.50, a can, and I'd buy a bunch and then I'll wait for it to go on sale again and I'm out. But I'm not paying that price yet, so it'll go on sale again here eventually. They always go on sale. So went ahead, skipped it, got my milks and whatnot, got a little bit of just general stuff. I picked up some ground sausage. I think we might do some ground pork. I guess it's not Italian sausage, but some ground pork, and I think we might do like tacos maybe with it. Might do some nachos. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do at the moment, so I'll get that round up and whatever. But went ahead, got back here to play with the dogs, got everything put away, and almost forgot to put my gallon of milk away. I have no idea what my brain was thinking there. It's like just I forgot to think and left it out, and luckily it wasn't left out very long, but it was left out too long in my opinion. So it's just literally more than 30 seconds more than it should have been, because that could have turned into 3 days and ruined the whole thing. So it is what it is there. But I got that done. I came outside, hung out with the dogs for a little while, chill out with them, just kind of, I don't know, just kind of did the day, putting some stuff away, moving things around, getting things ready for my mother to come down, which she'll be coming down, going up Thursday to get her. So we got that trip up and back, hopefully back here by midday Monday is my goal. Is to be back in Florida by Monday. So we'll see what happens at that whole thing. So went ahead, yeah, not much other than that. Been trying to figure out a few things here and there. I got a couple other things done. One of the dogs went home. The black Labrador Retriever went home. They were not supposed to pick him up until like 7, 8 o'clock tonight, and I don't know, I got a call before noon, I think it was, and said, we'll be there in like 10 minutes. I'm like, what if I wasn't here right now? Like, you got your plans that you're heading back out of town and like starting this giant trip, and you're 20 minutes from your hotel where you're staying to my house. Why would you call me 10 minutes before you get here? Which means you're already on the way to tell me you're coming. Because what if I was at the park? What if I went to Ormond Beach to feed my father-in-law's cats? What if a bunch of other things going, because you'd said you're going to pick them up between 7 and 8 p.m., and you're now 8 hours early. And what if it's like, oh, I took them with me to the beach or something, and like now you just delayed your trip home by an hour or two, or maybe 8 hours, because I could have easily said, nope, I'm out of town until that time, because that's what we had agreed upon. I just don't understand people. I really just do not understand people at all. But these people might have thought they had a little less chance of that, because they did say they were like so scared their dog was going to get away that like they didn't want the dog going to the beach, they didn't want the dog leaving the house, they didn't want the dog, like they almost kind of sound like they wanted the dog on leash in the backyard, like they're just paranoid people as hell. Like I talked about going for a run or taking the dog for a walk, and they kind of made it sound like, no, unless that dog's behind a fence, we do not want it. And I almost at that point like, didn't take your dog with you. Like I'm not going to keep my dog, or your dog, treated as my dog, locked up in this house or the backyard this whole damn time is ridiculous. But I just said, screw it. I never lost a dog yet, and so I just thought I'll take my chances. So went ahead and headed out. Got that dog packed up and everything whatnot. They got loaded up and they headed on back. I don't know where they're going, so it is what it is there. But yeah, we got a few things taken care of, nothing major. Hung around the yard, got a few things planted, moved a couple things here and there. Worked in the yard, played a lot of the dogs and stuff back and forth. Watched a little bit of the iPad for I think Prime or Hulu, whatever it was, and chilled out. Went ahead, gave back the, I was getting late enough that I needed to get back to the puppy shortly. They were coming, so I thought I got plenty of time. I can get my run in instead. So I went ahead and went and got my run in, and apparently, I don't know if I ran slow or he drove fast. I don't know which, but might have got off work a little bit earlier, got out of there faster than normal. But he actually beat me back to the house. I was running. He actually passed me. It was funny. We chatted a little bit because I texted him. I said, "Man, you drove too fast," and he kind of laughed and stuff. He said, "I thought about stopping and asking." I'm like, "Yeah, that's no problem at all. Next time if you see me, just stop and ask me, because I'll happily just hop in the truck with you." And then basically once you get to the house, give back the dog, and I'll go finish my run if I need to. So we had a little chat there, talking about Thursday, how we're going to do it with the dog and whatnot, with him picking the dog up. So I will hopefully be on my way to Iowa before he gets off work. So I'm going to give him a key to the house so he can step in and grab the dog, because that only dog I have will be his, and then my dog. And my dog don't care about him at all, so it's all good there too. But went ahead, got that done, came in here, flipped the AC on, went to go grab a shower, and I was doing stuff, and I was getting out of the shower, and I was like, that thing sounds weird, because my air conditioner unit is outside my bathroom window. And I said, that don't sound right. So I opened the window up and listened. I'm like, that don't sound right at all. So I felt for the vent, and I was like, it feels cool, but does it feel cold? And I was like, that ain't right. So went and did a little check, and I thought, well, great. So I went ahead, got out of the shower, got everything done, went and did some looking around. I'm pretty certain it was the capacitor. Called around, found the capacitor. There's one at True Value down the road from me. Went ahead, ran down there, called down. They said they had it, and he's going to pull out the case. I said, I'll be there in like 5 minutes. So he stuck it up the counter for me. So I literally walked in, paid my $25. There's 12 on Amazon, but it's here today. So I grabbed it, came back, installed the damn thing, and nothing. I'm like, son of a bitch, still doing the same thing, which tells me it's the connector switch pole thing, whatever the hell, a TAPCON, whatever the hell it's called. It's basically the main circuit breaker going into there that runs the direct power and splits it out into the circuit board and whatever. I'm certain that's what it is. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm 90% certain what it is. There's those two things, the only two things that go wrong with this. They happen to go wrong all the time, but not all the time, often enough that I should have had spares already. So this one here I did not know before where I could get whatnot, so I ordered it off Amazon. It'll be here tomorrow, hopefully. But I figure first thing in the morning I'm going to get up and I'm going to go to the All Power or whatever. There's a supplier and stuff, and see if they have one. If they have one in stock, I get it installed, get it tested, make sure it works, and then I don't have to worry about waiting for the Amazon delivery. If it doesn't work after I install a new one, then I have to start calling technicians and getting a new air conditioner put in or fixed or whatever we can do to get the thing going, because I definitely am going to want air conditioning. I talked to my wife and I said, hey, do whatever you want to do for dinner, because I'm working on this AC. I have no idea how long it's going to take me and stuff. You can order Chinese, order pizza, whatever you want to do. And she had a little bit and whatnot, and she decided she's going to use those collard or mustard greens I had, and the eggs and cheese and onions and all that stuff, and she made some omelets basically. Wonderful little dinner, great, worked out really, really well there. I asked her if she wanted to put the air conditioner, because I have an air conditioner in my RV and my garage. I have a spare that I have a little window air conditioner. I said I can stick it in the bedroom, stick it in the living room. What do you want? And the temperatures weren't that bad yet, so she goes, no big deal. We're really fine. So luckily, I'd installed yesterday my ceiling fan in the living room, which is a brand new ceiling fan, which is way more powerful than the old one and quiet. Which the old one made so much noise and did not put out hardly any air at all. So luckily, had the big ass fan, which helped keep us from sweating in the living room. Turned the fan on, blowing out the window at the house. It was sucking through from the living room out to the bedroom. And then at night we spin around, blow the cooler air back in, and I was able to basically chill out there. We thought we was gonna be all right temperature wise, pretty good, so no big deal. Went ahead, came out in the evening, put all my stuff up. So I wanted to go home out and have a cigar, but I was exhausted. Like I literally took a nap in my chair in the living room after dinner. I was just like laid my head down. She goes, "Go to bed." I said, "It's too early to go to bed." It's in that weird range of I should be able to go to bed, but I won't be able to. But if I can take a 10-minute nap right now, I'll be way better off. So I literally just put my head down on my towel that I use for eating dinner, and I just laid my head like a little pillow in the arm of my chair and took a tiny little nap because my head was killing me. I have like this giant pains behind my eyebrows and stuff. Actually, it's still tender today, but the research stress headache, just bullshit. So got a lot of crap going on. It is what it is. But yeah, got that taken care of. Did come out, put all my stuff up so it didn't get rained on or whatever and whatnot, and headed to bed and just crashed. I was just like, we usually watch TV together and stuff, and I was like, I can't. I just don't have it in me right now. I'm on the verge of being like shut down. Like I just need to I don't know what's going on. So that was my day. But beautiful, cooler temperatures because I had this AC went out 2 days ago. Whoo, whole different night. Would have been a whole different night. So anyway, talk to you guys soon. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.